Hey, this is Ina Longerman from Violin Live, helping you along your musical journey. This is a short video. I want to talk very briefly about how to get around the instrument more comfortably when getting into the high positions. So there is a very common, well, I don't want to say it's a mistake, but there's a common way that it's being taught to get into high positions, fifth position and higher, which is to get the elbow under the violin. That's the instruction, get the elbow under the violin or viola. And that is correct. We want it to look like the elbow is on this side of the instrument in order to reach the high positions. However, that instruction alone can create some body imbalances which create pain and discomfort in the high positions, where some joints overcompensate, and there is this common over rotation that you can see in some students and even some more advanced players that we need to correct. So while this instruction does talk about the elbow, the set of joints coming this way, it's only addressing 1 out of 4. That so to get into the high positions by optimizing what our arm is capable of doing, and this is something that's going to be kind of true for pretty much everybody. Let's talk about 4 things that need to happen when we get into the high positions. So the first thing that needs to happen before we even talk about this situation is we need to talk about the collarbone, what is happening here. I'm just going to put this down for a moment. So our collarbone, it's a bone just like the upper arm, the 2 bones of the lower arm. It's meant to move, okay? It's meant to be mobile, and you know, if I swing my arm around like this, like in a very lazy way, and I put my finger here, it is moving around, okay? Same thing here. So when we get into the higher positions, the first thing we need to do is to get the collarbone to come forward a little bit. We do it by, well, you can practice doing this by extending your arm forward like this. Like you can do this without your instrument, okay? The next thing that needs to happen is this, the humerus, that's what it's called, the upper arm bone. It has to rotate this way a little bit. We don't want to go to the furthest range of motion of anything here, okay? So it's going to go this way. Then the third thing that needs to happen, we want to do the supination. So pronation, I talked about this in my video on pronation and supination years ago. I'm sure a lot of you saw it. Pronation, we go this way, supination, we go that way. So for the left arm, we want to supinate. So this is in combination with what we talked about just a moment ago, the collarbone coming forward, the upper arm, rotation this way, then supination from here. Finally, the pinky bone, which goes down here, goes from here all the way down here. We want to bring that forward a little bit. And to help bring it forward, keep in mind that our wrist has 3 joints and not 1. So I'm going to put all 4 of those things together. I'm going to get my instrument back. So put it into playing position. You can use this arm to hold it in place for now, okay? So step 1, collarbone has to come forward a little bit. This is going to look a little different for everybody. In my case, it's going to look like this, which means, in my case, the scroll is not always going to be at the standard 45-degree angle from my body, right? So we're talking about the highest position. I'm going to try to go past 7th position here. So then this is going to rotate this way. This is supinated, and then the pinky does this. So I want to put all 4 things into one swing, okay? One big motion like this, and that's what it looks like, okay? So practice doing this several times. So swing your arm like this. This will get your whole arm structure free right from here, okay? This is where we start. And as you swing up, upper arm, forearm, pinky. I'll do it from this angle. Okay, now I'll put this here so it's easier to see. There. And do whichever string you like. So as you can see, this is a team effort for the entire arm to get into the high position. It's so much more than this, because if I just focus on this, right away what's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of tightness right over here because I didn't allow for all of this to happen. That swing that I showed you didn't happen. So this team effort of the collarbone, the upper arm, the supination of the lower bones, and the wrist assisting the pinky to come forward. Okay, this team effort of participation helps to prevent either one of these areas to overwork, to go to its limits, and thus it helps to reduce the chance of injury, and it will help you play in a more relaxed manner. This will, of course, as a byproduct, help your technique. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please hit the like button so that YouTube can share this with more folks who need help on this topic, and also to support the channel, share this with a friend or a colleague. All right, until next time, happy practicing.